Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be ranking Street Fighter characters, but not by personal preference. Instead, we're going to be ranking them by the in-game levels that the devs gave them. When you're in World Tour mode, when you find all of these characters and enlist them as your martial arts teacher, at first they'll go easy on you. They will face you at a lower level, but once you master their style, you will unlock the ability to face them at their true level. And you might think that maybe Capcom would have put them all at the exact same level, like why not just put them all at 100 or something like that, but that is not the case. Instead, they actually strategically picked different levels that do coincide with how strong Capcom thinks they are in relation to one another. Now, these levels might change over time. Maybe in the future, when DLC is released, maybe they will up these characters' levels to a different tier. Maybe they'll boost them all up by 10 levels or something like that. Or the DLC will just introduce characters that are higher level than them. We'll find out. But for now, this is what we're doing. Based on World Tour, how strong are these characters in relation to one another? Before we get into the main cast, the trainers of World Tour, let's do some honorable mentions of characters that are not trainers, but are decently high level within the story. First up is Carlos Miyamoto from Final Fight 2. They put him at level 45. Thrasher from Final Fight 1 is level 35. Retsu from Street Fighter 1, they put at level 60. And level 60 is quite high for enemies within World Tour mode. So no one here, no one on this list is going to be lower than that. But alright, let's start with Marisa. What level does Capcom put her at? They put her at level 63. I'm going to change these from letter rankings to actual levels as we go. But alright, we have right now the bottom is Marisa at 63. What about Cammy? Where do they put her at? Cammy is at 65. Now, a lot of these fighters are at equivalent levels of each other, but not everybody. For example, Blanca is also level 65. DJ, on the other hand, is 62. I don't think we're going to have spots for every single level these characters end up being, so we'll do it like this. But it's descending order. The highest level character will be at the front of the list. DJ is now our lowest ranked. He'll be at the bottom. Lily is 61. Manon, the rival of Marisa, is also 63. They're equal, which is curious. Lily and DJ below Marisa and Manon. Meanwhile, Zangief is also in the 65 tier. He's right along the other two. What about Juri? Where do they put her? Turns out, they say she's up here. 66 is where they put Juri. Kimberly, on the other hand, she goes to the top here. They actually put her at 64. They put Kimberly above Manon and Marisa. What about trainer numero uno, Luke? Where do they put him? Turns out Luke, they only gave him level 60. Chun-Li, on the other hand, is right up here in the 65 tier with Cammy and the others. E-Honda also goes right up into the 65 tier, which is curious. It looks like the 65 tier is the classic character tier. But what about Ken? Where do they put him? He's a classic character. Ken actually gets to go up to the next level. They put Ken at 67. Curiously enough, Jamie, a newcomer, also gets to go up to 67. That's right, Jamie, they put considerably above his rival battle opponent, Luke. Not only that, they put him above Juri, they put him above Cammy, they put him above a lot of people. But what about Guile? Did they put Jamie above Guile? No. No, they did not. They put Guile at 68. Only 3 left, Dalsim, Ryu, and JP. JP, the villain of the campaign. The new villain set to replace M. Bison. Where do they put him? right up here with Guile. JP and Guile are the same level, both 68. That only leaves Dhalsim and Ryu. Dhalsim is 69, which leaves only Ryu. Ryu, they gave the top spot, level 70. So visually looking at this list, it's actually pretty interesting how internally Capcom has ranked these characters. I think definitely the one that surprises me is that Luke would be so low. You would think Luke would at least be higher than Lily, but he's not. Now, this isn't to say that someone in the low 60s could not beat someone in the high 60s, but surely it would be tougher for them to do so. There are characters higher level than the main cast, like Shenlong and Andore, but they seem more like joke inclusions more than characters that could realistically beat anybody on the main cast. Bu Lu actually seems relatively interesting. Based on the way he talks, he sounds like he could be a Darkstalkers character, or at least from the Darkstalkers universe, which implies that maybe those characters are extremely high level. Maybe we could even get one of them as DLC, as a character in the high 90s. But alright, let me know, do you agree with where Capcom has put all of these characters level-wise? Would you move up or move down any of them? But regardless, that's where I'm calling it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.